Karthi and I, we are very good friends. We've known each other for a couple of years. We've always wanted to work together, and we used to come up with one project or the other. On Unfaithful, he's made some brilliant cinematic choices that give the film its own unique look. He did his research, we had discussed the aesthetics, and he was willing to go to any length to get the shot right, even to the point where he was risking his own life to get the right shot.
It all started when I was mentoring under the photographer Joseph M. Dandel, where we did a documentary and I was shooting some shots in iPhone 6 Plus. Then in film school, we were shooting some outdoor exercises in Arri and Red cameras, where I was also trying to find out the potential of iPhone sensors by shooting some shots. Sebi and I were talking about shooting a film in mobile phones, where I shared the experiments I did. And we did our first test shoot in Bangalore and graded it and saw, which actually gave us wonderful results. We took some 4 months of research for testing the sensor's dynamic range and to find out the latitude and the zone scale. The process of finding out the iPhone camera's algorithm took us some good amount of time, as I had to find out the bitrate and also the color gamut and also how the details are going to be preserved. For me, cinematography is about experiencing, exploring and experimenting. And without knowing the sensor's sensitivity, we can't just go and shoot there. We did a lot of research work like exterior shooting, interior shooting, with light, without light, and we projected it in the theaters and we saw whether the pixels are getting broken and how is the color rendering. And as it's a road trip film, iPhone gave us the liberty to place it anywhere we wanted. And we loved the texture actually which the iPhone was giving us. The digital technology has developed very fast, which actually allowed us to do something experimental. Once the tests were over, it was about choosing the lens and the other factors, where I had the mobiles 28mm and 56mm with a fixed aperture of 1.8 to it. And I wanted Moondog lens adapter, which can be placed before the camera, as it gave me larger field of view than as the mobile's video output, which had already cropped some parts of sensors out. Wide angle actually tends to exaggerate spaces, shapes and bend lines, which can be unflattering for the faces. So I had to be a little away from the subject. Playing with depth of field was the major concern, as it is smaller sensor, even though the aperture is wide open and the frame was completely in focus. I had to play with the hyperfocal length of the lenses. After the testing, I found out the latitude was very limited comparing to cine cameras, and I had to play very careful with the exposure when shooting the film, and a good amount of limitations in exposing to the light. I had to play with neutral density filters and polarizer filters to expose perfectly for the correct IRE value. We had the whole lens filters and gimbals in a bag that is way smaller than a cine camera case. I had used LEDs, tungsten mirrors for lighting up, and also used car batteries for powering up the LEDs. Making of rigs. It was a very tiring 2 months process. I had a bunch of engineering friends leading from different streams. Along with them, the direction team joined hands. We used aluminium and steel and iron rods for rigs, and the exterior rig was like completely fixed on top of the car and can be controlled with remote control, like from around 500 meters to 1 kilometer radius away. And the rig, which can go around 360 degrees, and we built it for an intense scene in Gandikota. The inner rig, which is second ring totally fixed inside the car, and which will go around 360 degrees inside the car, like inside around, and it can go front and back, like from the front windshield to the back windshield. It is fixed on a small track inside the car, and it was actually made to be shot used in the forest area of Bandipur, but then the location was changed. Yes, it was indeed a tough and long process, but results were like nothing less than magic. I wanted to go in the natural and available light rather than lighting up for each and every scene, as I wanted the audience to notice the light change and the difference in each places we traveled. I wanted the light itself to tell that we have passed kilometers in time. I kept the camera outside the car and a lot of times, as I wanted the audience to have a overview of all four characters and the way they behave and when they talk to each other, than focusing on just one character. It gave us the perspective of audience that we see them from outside and when the camera goes in the car. Our film had the shift from orange to green and to green to orange and red and again green to red in the end. As the scene gets intense, we wanted the colors to play a major factor in the emotions. Lot of shots are single takes and handles, and the camera would be like traveling with them, as we wanted them to act out straight and wanted other characters' point of view. Our shots would be smooth, easy when they are happy and enjoying, like when they are pleasant, but would get uneasy and stuck when they face problems or like some fight comes up. We have traveled many diverse condition and location. In one day it will be raining and it will be suddenly sunny. You know, it can make a good location look bad also. Like on-field challenges, having the light continuity for each scene and shot were the biggest challenges, as I had to use NDs and measure exposure and white balance each and every time and shoot, as I don't have much latitude and don't want to risk it up in the post-production. I would say controlling the exposure is the most biggest point in the film, as we were traveling from East India to West India, where the sun path and also the climate was drastically shifting from 16 degrees to 50 degrees, because we were like traveling from Gandikota to Gokarna and to south also, and we were shooting around forest and desert kind of places, like even cities and villages and also beach areas. The iPhone's size factor is a double-edged sword. It is easy to like keep a difficult angles, and that adaptability was always on go, like we can do it easily, but it is very difficult in handheld shot because it is like very like it doesn't have weight.